I want to tell you all who Jesus was. Jesus was just a magician. He used to go out to people and cure them from all kinds of diseases and stuff, and broken legs and blindness, but all he ever did was just magic tricks. He put the blind person on the street, a fake blind person who wasn't blind, and he put a man with a perfectly fine leg on the streets, also lying there. Um, and then Jesus went there, walked past the blind person or the broken-legged person, and cured the issue, cured the problem that this man has had, and it wasn't cured. It was just that the person lying there, or the blind person, um, they didn't have any problems at all. They were just set up there and paid afterwards by Jesus. So yeah, and the fisherman who got all that fish, it was also just a magic trick. He in beforehand he put a couple of guys hiding behind the boat, and then the fisherman, when they threw the net out into the sea, then these men who were like behind or under the boat quickly switched the fish net, so that they sort of put a net that was full of fish attached to the boat instead, and then when the fishermen pulled it up, then it was full of fish. And yeah, but it can also be that the fishermen were also into these magic tricks. They were like in on it, and they knew that when they were gonna throw out the empty net into the water, then they were gonna quickly, get another net from under the boat and grab it up and pull it up, and that was of course full of fish. So that's how that trick could have been done. I don't know the full sort of magical, how you do magic tricks, but that's just a simple theory. I don't know how the magic tricks are done, but they were magic tricks. That's what I'm saying. So it has nothing to do with like some god-like thing, or it has nothing to do with God or whatever you want to call it. It was all just a magic trick. I mean, Jesus was a master magician in his time. He wouldn't be it today, because those are too simple, those tricks. But and then when he walked on the water, all he ever did was just put some things under the water first. Something that he could stand just under the surface of the water. And then he walked there on the water, and people thought that he actually walked on water when they thought he walked on water, but he actually just walked on some firm surfaces under the surface of the water. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. And obviously back then, people didn't know any science or whatever. They didn't know anything, so of course the only conclusion they could get to was that it must be that this Jesus must have something to do with some god-like figure. And yeah, and of course Jesus loved the attention, and of course every guy wants to be famous, and if he could make people believe that he's some kind of god-like figure, that he represents God, that he's put on earth by God, then of course he must have loved that. Anyone would love to be called a god. So I mean, a god, or yeah, and that's just what he enjoyed. And yeah, that's it, and that's just who Jesus really was. Yeah, just a simple amateur magician. Thank you for watching. See you next time.